All right, lads, we're back with another game of the Jobava London. And we always put the pawn on d4 in this opening. Knight c3, bishop f4. My opponent has played a very strange a6. I'm not going to worry about this because it doesn't really affect what I'm doing. Hold on, it does. Now I can't place my bishop on f4. But this is not generally good because they're maybe allowing their king to be exposed. What I'm going to do is just take full central control. And this is very odd, very weird. But full central control, I think, is fine. This could turn into a Leningrad Dutch of some kind. I don't quite know. Let's get all my pieces out into the middle of the board. We want to control the center. And yeah, if he pushes this pawn, we have this check. So he's going to have to be kind of careful here. I think let's put the bishop on this square because it obviously can't come here. Maybe queen can come here and we can long castle and start pushing these pawns. It seems like he is developing this side of the board, and that means he's probably going to castle this way, but I just think that seems very risky for him because his king's going to have, you know, it's going to be exposed because he's already pushed these pawns in front of his king. If he wants to castle this way, it's going to take him a lot longer. And we'll see what he plays here. A very odd opening. I could think about the move e5. e5 would just completely shut down this bishop. And that can't be good for him. Maybe here, take would be good for him. I think I'm okay right now. We'll see what he decides to go for. A very odd opening. What you always do in openings is you want to get all four minor pieces out. Try to control the center and castle your king. So really, I'm not thinking about too much else right now. I'm not playing a Jobava. I'm just thinking about those opening principle plans. So probably the knight will come here or here, and we can get castled very quickly. The only hesitation to castling this way is these pawns are already pushing towards me. So the other option is just queen d2 and castling this way. I think it just depends what he does on this next move. I could stay flexible and just play queen d2. Maybe even queen e2. Queen e2 might be okay as well. Okay, he's just moving more pawns. I think I'll start with this move. I could always play h4 and then, you know, if he takes, maybe I could come in here. Right now I can't. It's defended 3 times, but, you know, there's ways of breaking this up. So we can just be patient and see what he does. Okay, maybe he is going this way. Or I'm going to castle this way then. I can also play f4 and then take here. My bishop's very active along this diagonal. Okay, so the target has been locked in. So we want to attack this king, and we're going to just send everything up the board over this direction and go for him. I do think the move e5 is going to be very good for us because that means this pawn can't move. Right now, he's probably thinking about f5. But if I have a pawn on e5 and he goes f5, we can just capture it. There's one less pawn securing his king. We also can just go here, and capture, which looks very good. I could play h4, and if we can open stuff up, then the rook's active. If I go h4 and he pushes, then I probably just go h5 and take this pawn later. I think, however, we're going to start with e5. If I can lock these pawns in place, these pawns are pointing towards his king, and this just signifies that we're going for an attack. There's a rule in chess openings: if you can get a pawn on e5, you can go for an attack. So getting a pawn here, or it's not a rule, it's just, you know, it's a saying. If you have a pawn on e5, it means you can attack. So bishop will probably come back to this square, and all our pieces are looking very, very good. And my opponent has disconnected. Hopefully they will be back. But I do think my position is pretty comfortable. I mean, it's very easy to play. Just bishop here, pawn here or here. Okay, he's come back. That's good. He's attacking this weakness. We can just move the bishop. It is defended by our bishop. I really think this move might be good. Yeah, I just want to start attacking everything. Maybe g4 is better. Okay, he's gone here. He's attacking this twice. It is defended twice. He could go here. We could capture back or capture back and defend with the rook as well. I'm going to capture here because now my rook is very active. And he's taking my bishop. So we can take, his queen comes in. I don't really want his queen to get active. So we could take with a pawn, his queen comes in. Or instead of taking this guy, we could just go here. And if he takes my rook, we take here with a huge attack. Yeah, I'm going to take the pawn. I don't care. I think this looks very good for us. Okay, we can always take this now and keep defending this pawn. Here he takes, we take, and his bishop has to go back to here. I think we could just capture. He takes here, we take with king, and then, wait. If we could just capture, then his knight is pinned. Yeah, this looks very good. And if I push, he has to go here. Yeah, that's not as good. We're just going to capture. And this knight is going to die. If he moves now, we take his queen. And if he doesn't move, we take his knight. Now we also could just move the knight with tempo. If he goes here, rook comes here and hits the queen and king. That looks very good too. And again, his knight still cannot move because we take his queen. Now the simple way to play would just be to capture. It's a free knight. I'm just wondering, is there anything more forcing? Like rook here, he takes, check. He moves back. Rook here. No, because then there's just discoveries with the queen. Yeah, so we'll capture here, I think. I don't want to capture with queen because then the queens come off. So yeah, let's just capture this way. His queen has to move again. And if it goes here, probably bishop here looks really good because then we have this move. And if he goes here, okay, that's a free queen. And that is game. Wow. Well, that attack sort of just happened because we just put our pieces on good squares. Let's have a look at the review and see what we did wrong. So the engine says that we played with a 77% accuracy. We only made one inaccuracy, one mistake. So this is just a very odd position, and the engine just really wants us to play h4, sacking a pawn. Because I guess there's an attack going on his bishop, maybe. I don't know. But we didn't really make any too big mistakes. e5 was not a great move, but we still have about a 2-point advantage. So why does it want this so much? We thought he would push, and then we just capture. And I guess we're moving in. If he goes here, we just take here, I'm guessing. If he takes here, we just check. I guess there was a quicker way to attack him. Yeah. So we missed a quicker way to attack him by not playing h4. We played e5 instead, but now the position's completely crushing. We finally play h4, best move. And this was slightly inaccurate because he could have taken the bishop, hitting the queen, and the queen would have to move. And yes, we're still winning this one, but he can take. And he's up quite a bit of material here. If we push here, this isn't great. Maybe we have to go here looking at checkmate. So king goes here. Probably take the bishop. And how does he defend checkmate? Rook here. And we pick up more material here. So we would be fine. But yeah, we didn't play that as accurately as we could. But he didn't play accurately either. We took the bishop. We hit his queen. We took the knight. And we win the game. Well, lads, I hope you enjoyed that. Apparently, this was even stronger. If he takes here, then we take with check here. And there's going to be a forced mate somewhere. Weird. Weird that this is not as strong, because it gives him time to play f5 or f6. Interesting. No, the engine's correcting itself. It's a force mate in 6 now. So the engine didn't know what it was saying. Hope you lads enjoyed that game. If you can, please give the video a like and comment something. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.